Have you ever said these words? I'll do it later. I'll start tomorrow. We all have. It seems harmless at first. Just a simple delay. Just one more day. But here's what we don't realize. Each later is like a tiny thief. It steals a little bit of our time. And when many laters come together, they steal our entire future. Hours slip away while we scroll. Days pass while we plan to start. Years go by while we wait for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment never comes. Let me ask you something important. What have you been postponing? What dream are you delaying? What goal are you pushing to tomorrow? Think about it for a moment. Everyone gets the same amount of time in a day. The same 24 hours. The one who respects time climbs to the top of success. The one who wastes it burns in the fire of regret. The student who tops the class and the one who fails. Both get the same amount of time. The difference? One uses it. The other wastes it. Today, I want to tell you a story. A story about a boy who learned this truth the hard way. Perhaps his story will help you understand something important. Time doesn't wait. Listen to this story carefully till the end. Because this isn't just a story. It's a mirror. You might see yourself in it. Let's begin. In a small, quiet town, there lived a young boy. This boy had everything he needed. Loving parents. Good teachers. A comfortable home. He was very smart and very kind. But he had one big problem. Laziness. He always postponed his work. He always said the same words, "I'll do it later." When his mother asked him to clean his room, he would say, "Later, Mom." When teachers gave homework, he thought, "I have plenty of time." When friends invited him to learn new skills, he replied, "Maybe tomorrow." Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. And while his classmates moved ahead, the boy stayed in the same place. His friends learned to play instruments. They scored well in exams. They developed new talents. But the boy? He was still thinking. Still waiting to start. His parents worried about him. His teachers scolded him. They all said the same thing, time is precious. Don't waste it. But their words bounced off him like raindrops on a window. He thought they were just being dramatic. I'm still young, he told himself. I have my whole life ahead of me. Why does everyone worry so much? One day, after another failed exam, the boy felt frustrated. He felt confused. He didn't understand what was wrong with his life. So he decided to visit someone special. A wise sage who lived at the edge of town. People said this sage had answers to life's biggest problems. Maybe he could help. The sage was sitting peacefully under a large banyan tree. The tree was old and beautiful. Its branches spread wide, giving shade from the sun. Seeing the boy approach, the sage smiled warmly. "What brings you here, young one?" he asked. "Why do you look so worried?" The boy sat down, his shoulders heavy with frustration. "I am upset," the boy said. "Everyone says I'm wasting time. But I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I'm still young. I have my whole life ahead of me." The sage nodded thoughtfully. His eyes were kind but wise. "I know that you are very smart," the sage said. "You are intelligent and kind. But you have one big problem." The boy looked up with surprise. "Problem? What problem do I have?" "I have everything I need in my life." The sage smiled gently. "Let me tell you a story," he said. "A story of a poor and lazy man. This story might help you understand." The boy leaned forward, ready to listen. And the sage began his tale. Once upon a time, there was a generous king. He ruled a prosperous kingdom. He was very kind. He loved his people very much. He was famous for his helping nature and kindness. He helped many poor people. He took care of his whole kingdom like a father takes care of his children. One day, while walking through the market, he heard someone shouting. A man was shouting at people around him with anger. The king went to see what was wrong. But to his surprise, the man was his old classmate from childhood. He hadn't seen his classmate for many years. The king saw that his classmate had become very poor. He was jobless. He had lost all respect in society. He was struggling in his life. The king stepped toward him. "My old friend," the king called. "What happened to you? Tell me about your life." The poor man's eyes filled with tears. "Dear king," he said, "I don't understand why people think I'm useless. Whenever I ask for a job, they reject me. They always say I don't complete tasks on time. I don't know what to do now. How will I feed my family?" The king felt compassion for his old friend. An idea came to his mind. "My friend, I want to help you," the king said. "Tomorrow morning, come to my palace. I will open my treasury for you. From sunrise to sunset, you can take as much gold, silver, and jewels as you want. Whatever you collect, all will be yours. But remember, you only have one day. When the sun sets, the gates will close forever." The poor man's eyes lit up with joy. He couldn't believe his luck. He thanked the king again and again. Then he went home, dreaming of all the wealth he would collect. He imagined mountains of gold, piles of silver, bags full of precious jewels. "Tomorrow," he thought, "my life will change completely." The next morning came. The sun rose bright and early. The sky was clear and beautiful. But the man thought, "I have the whole day. Let me first have a good breakfast." He ate slowly. He savored every bite. After breakfast, he felt full and sleepy. Still, there is a lot of time before sunset, he thought. I have time to collect wealth till the evening. Let me rest for just a bit. He lay down for what he thought would be a short nap. But when he woke up, the sun was already high in the sky. "Oh no," he thought. "I must hurry." He started walking toward the palace. But as he walked, he felt tired from the afternoon heat. The sun was hot. The road was long. The treasury won't go anywhere, he reasoned. Let me rest under this shady tree for a few minutes. He sat under a cool, shady tree. The breeze was gentle. The shade was comfortable. His eyes grew heavy again. And once more, he fell asleep. When he finally woke up, he gasped. The sun was setting. Orange and red colors painted the sky. It was beautiful, but terrifying. Panicking, he ran as fast as he could toward the palace. His heart was pounding. His legs were tired. But he pushed himself to run faster. When he arrived, panting and exhausted, he saw the guards. They were already closing the massive gates. "Wait! Wait!" he cried. "Please, open the gate. The king promised me I could take treasure." The guard looked at him with pity. "Yes," the guard replied. "But only until sunset. The sun has set. The opportunity is gone." The man fell to his knees. Tears streamed down his face. He realized what he had lost. Not because he didn't have the chance, but because he had wasted it. He thought he had more time than he actually did. The sage's wisdom. The sage finished his story. He looked at the boy, who sat in stunned silence. The boy's mouth was open. His eyes were wide. He couldn't speak. "Do you understand now?" the sage asked gently. "Every day is like that treasury. Every sunrise brings opportunities. Opportunities to learn. Opportunities to grow. Opportunities to improve. But these opportunities don't wait. When the day ends, it never comes back." The boy's eyes filled with tears. He thought about all the days he had wasted. All the laters and tomorrows he had said. He realized something painful. He had been just like the poor man in the story. "But Sage," the boy asked, his voice shaking, "is it too late for me?" The sage smiled warmly. "No, young one. It's not too late for you. You're young. Your treasury is still open. But remember this. Each sunset takes away opportunities that will never return." The boy stood up. New determination filled his eyes. He thanked the sage with a deep bow. Then he ran home. From that day, everything changed. When his mother asked him to do something, he did it immediately. No more later, Mom. No more excuses. When teachers gave assignments, he completed them the same day. When opportunities came to learn something new, he grabbed them without hesitation. His grades improved. He learned to play the guitar he had been postponing for months. He helped his parents with household work. The transformation. Within a year, something amazing happened. The boy who was known for always being late became known as the most punctual and reliable person in school. His teachers praised him. His parents were proud. His friends looked up to him. Years later, when he became a successful young man, people often asked him, "What's your secret?" He would smile and say, "I learned that time is the only treasure we truly have. Every moment we waste is like throwing away gold." The difference between success and failure isn't always talent or luck. It's how we use our time. Don't wait for tomorrow to do what you can today. Because sometimes, tomorrow never comes. And whenever he met someone who struggled with procrastination, he would tell them the story of the king's treasury, just as the wise sage had told him. Now, let me speak to you directly. This story teaches us a profound truth. Our life is that treasury. Each day, the sun rises. The gates open with new opportunities. But here's what most of us don't realize. We're all living like that poor man. We think we have endless time. We say, "I'll do it later. I'll start tomorrow. I still have time." But the harsh reality is this. Laziness is the thief of dreams. It doesn't announce itself as failure. It whispers sweetly, "You can do it later." But later becomes never. The boy in our story was lucky. He got his wake-up call while he was young. But many of us go through our entire lives without realizing something important. Each passing day is a closed treasury. We can never reopen it. You cannot go back to yesterday. You cannot collect the opportunities you missed. They are gone forever. The value of time. There's a famous saying. If you value time, time will value you. But if you waste time, time will destroy your life. Think about this. You can achieve anything if you use your time properly. But if you waste it, you will lose your chances. And you will live with regret. Regret is the heaviest burden you can carry. It's heavier than any failure. Because regret says, "I could have, but I didn't." Don't let that be your story. Let's be honest about something. We all make excuses. "I'm too tired right now. I'll have more energy tomorrow. I need to plan more before I start. The timing isn't perfect yet. I'll wait until after this week. I'll start on Monday. I'll begin next month. I'll do it next year." These are all lies we tell ourselves. Comfortable lies. The poor man in the story made similar excuses. "Let me eat first. Let me rest a bit. The treasury won't go anywhere." And what happened? He lost everything. Here's a truth that might hurt. If you're not doing it now, you probably won't do it later. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, you'll wait forever. Because the perfect moment doesn't exist. The only moment you have is now. This moment. Let me tell you what happens when you procrastinate. First, you delay a small task. It feels easy. No big deal. Then you delay another task. And another. And another. Before you know it, delaying becomes your habit. It becomes your pattern. And habits are hard to break. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. The mountain of undone tasks grows bigger and bigger, until it feels impossible to climb. But here's the secret. You don't climb a mountain in one day. You climb it one step at a time. And the first step is always now. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. Let me share something powerful with you. Successful people and unsuccessful people have the same 24 hours in a day. The same amount of time. No more, no less. Think about that. The person you admire most has 24 hours. The person struggling has 24 hours. You have 24 hours. Everyone gets the same gift every day. So why do some people succeed while others fail? The answer is simple but not easy. It's how they use those hours. Successful people don't waste time on things that don't matter. They don't scroll endlessly. They don't procrastinate. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They act. They move. They do. What are you doing with your hours? Ask yourself honestly. How many hours do you spend scrolling on social media? How many hours do you spend watching videos that don't help you grow? How many hours do you spend complaining instead of doing? I'm not saying you should work every second. Rest is important. Fun is important. Balance is important. But there's a difference between rest and waste. Rest prepares you for action. Waste keeps you stuck. Know the difference. The power of 1 hour. Let me tell you something incredible. If you spend just 1 hour every day learning something new, in 1 year, you will have spent 365 hours learning. That's equivalent to 9 full work weeks. Imagine what you could learn in 9 weeks of focused study. A new language. A new skill. A new business. But most people won't do this. Why? Because they think 1 hour is too small. They think, what difference will 1 hour make? But 1 hour every day adds up. Small actions repeated consistently create massive results. The boy in our story learned this. He started taking action immediately. One homework at a time. One skill at a time. One day at a time. And within a year, his entire life changed. Your life can change too. But you must start now. My friend, I want you to understand something important. Right now, as you're listening to this, your treasury is still open. The gates haven't closed yet. The sun hasn't set on your dreams. You still have time. But you don't have forever. The beautiful part is, unlike the poor man who missed his chance, you haven't missed yours yet. You're here. You're listening. You're learning. That means you're ready. The question is, what will you do now? Will you enter your treasury today? Or will you sleep under the tree, thinking you have more time? The choice is yours. I can't make this decision for you. Your parents can't make it for you. Your teachers can't make it for you. Only you can decide. Will you be like the poor man? Waiting, delaying, postponing? Or will you be like the boy? Taking action, moving forward, changing? The choice is entirely yours. But remember this. Every second you delay is a piece of treasure you're choosing not to collect. Every later you say is an opportunity you're throwing away. Every tomorrow you promise is a day you might never see. Start now. So I want to ask you something. What have you been postponing? What dream have you been delaying? What goal have you been pushing to tomorrow? Write it down. Say it out loud. Commit to starting it today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not next month. Today. Right now. This very moment. Because the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Your treasury is open. But the sun is already moving across the sky. Don't wait until it's too late to realize what you've lost. Don't be the person standing at closed gates, crying over wasted time. Be the person who enters boldly, who collects eagerly, who lives fully. Start today. Start now. Because your future is waiting. And time doesn't wait for anyone. Thank you for listening to this story today. I hope it touched your heart. I hope it opened your eyes. If this story made you think differently about time, I want you to do something. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Maybe a friend who's always postponing. If you enjoyed this story and want more lessons like this, please subscribe to this channel. We share stories every day that help you grow while you learn English. Remember, learning English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about learning wisdom for life. And today, you learned something powerful. Time is your most valuable treasure. Use it wisely. See you in the next video.